Mr. Speaker, a recent survey has found nearly 70% of millennials and those younger have put off the purchase of a home because of rising prices and rising interest rates. After 8 years of this NDP Liberal government, that is their legacy. Inflationary deficits that are driving up the cost of living and making housing out of reach for many young people across the country. It's clear this Prime Minister is not worth the cost, so why doesn't he finally listen to our common sense approach to stop his inflationary spending so that Canadians can afford a home again?
Yeah.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary
talks about young people, and I'll give him credit in his time during being a member of Parliament. He has put issues on the table with respect to youth, so he can support this government, or at least he should have, with respect to the tax-free savings account that this government put in place to help young people save for a down payment. Up to $40,000 can be put into that account, again, tax-free. Add to that, of course, the fact that we continue to build more. We continue to put in place, rather, policies that will see more homes built. We're doing that in partnership with municipalities. They're against all of that, Mr. Speaker. They've put half measures on the table. That's not good enough.
Shame.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians don't have the funds to put into a savings account because of the cost of living crisis this government has created. He mentions building homes. Mr. Speaker, we have not enough home building in this country to keep up with demand. After 8 years of this government, housing prices have skyrocketed. They've actually doubled. Mortgage rates are up, and the young students and young professionals have given up completely on their dream of home ownership. So I ask again, when will they finally stop their inflationary spending so that young people can afford a home?
Mr. Speaker, when the Conservatives were in power, they ran 7 consecutive deficits. I find it interesting that they claim to be so concerned about a 0.7% deficit that we have here in Canada, the lowest of all G7 countries, Mr. Speaker. We have a serious plan in order to build more homes in this country. We have a serious piece of legislation before this House that the Conservatives are delaying. This will solve the housing crisis, and the Conservatives are delaying that measure, Mr. Speaker.
Terrible.